Like even if you look at Drake before the battle, like it's a reason whether you like Drake or not, you were going to hear his record. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Whether it's the radio, whether it's TikTok, social media, whether you like it or not, your kid gonna come singing to you. It's the money that's put into some of these records are to make sure you hear them. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, if somebody plays something for you 100 times, you're gonna like it. And I think now the labels are not involved. If you look at the last couple records Drake dropped, you know what I'm saying? They're not going over like his last ones did. That What Did I Miss? I fuck with that record. I'm like, this record is just as good as any other Drake record I've ever heard, but it's not performing like any other Drake record I ever heard because of the money. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want the listener's opinions and what they think is good music to be shaped by promotion. You know what I mean? And I know that's probably where we wouldn't need to go with this convo. Look, I talk in ADD.
No, touch
That's one
bases
thing
on
you
that,
that's
dog.
one thing you
No,
gotta
no,
know. So
I like
you
that. I
can't let
like
me
that.
dabble in it.
No, wait a minute, bro. You just said something huge, bro. I think you just said something on the lines of like it's almost like how do I say this? Like it sounds like before they was pumping out this music just because either the artist was paying or there was a reason to pump out the music, but it sounds like we're back to the organic, followers. Like the fans want to listen to what the fans want to listen to, not
Yeah,
like
it's
we
back
we got a
regional.
choice now, basically.
Yeah, it's like you have your own choice now because nobody's putting millions of dollars into what you're doing. What I always tell underground artists, you should be proud if 20 people decided to spend money and buy your album. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's just my hustler's mentality, but I know what having a product and just having 20 customers, 50 customers, you know what I'm saying, on a watch, rinse, repeat method, who are invested in your product. Like I know what kind of money you can generate from that. Now I ain't even talking about 150 to 300. I think we have to start looking realistically, you know what I'm saying, at what a fan base is. Because if I say I'm a rapper, you shouldn't even be looking at Kendrick Lamar or Drake or anybody that's signed to an entity that's being pushed as your peers or what you strive to be. You need to do some research on Houston's underground, maybe a little bit of Atlanta's underground. Do your researches on some thriving undergrounds, and like, hey, these people are 100,000aires, and nobody's. I know some motherfuckers in Houston, bro, that are millionaires that never had to leave Houston. I was talking to this girl from Houston one time, and she put me on so much music from that region. I'm like, I've never heard none of this shit. It never left their little, but these are very wealthy rappers. When Slim Thug dropped his album already platinum, he was already platinum. That nigga done sold 1 million copies of his shit in his city. You know what I'm saying? So I think us as artists, especially underground artists, it's a it's a it's a clear blueprint out there, and I just don't think we've been following it. And I don't know if it's because of shame. Maybe you don't want to come out. That's why I never buy listeners, never buy bots, never buy none of that shit. You need to know who's invested in your music. If it's 5 people that's willing to buy your music, start there. You feel me? Like you have to know where to start. You have to know how to start, and you will never do that if you're buying attention. You need to post your shit, and maybe it ain't no comments this time. Maybe it ain't no likes. When I first started my music shit, when I was pushing my first album, bro, I was dropping some of that art, the same art that a lot of these motherfuckers is praising now. When I dropped that shit, nigga, I was getting 12 likes, 2 comments, nigga, my cousin and my sister. And this is before the music was dropped, 'cause they hadn't heard the music yet. I'm just dropping art like, hey, the music. But when the music dropped, when the product dropped, oh, it's like 30 comments now. Then it's like 50. Then it's like 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to trust the process. I didn't want to buy attention. I'm like, either you going to fuck with my shit or not. And I apologize for rambling, bro. Like, you got to stop me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep rambling.
God, I love this, man, because you giving people the real spill, man. And shout out Houston, man, for real, for real. Shout out Houston and the underground. I definitely try to take a summer off and listen to like some Houston underground music, man, and just kind of like get a vibe. So like when you said that, dog, I really for real felt you, bro. Like just knowing how did the Houston underground scene come about because they actually cultivated something in house, bro. They actually said, hey, y'all. Bump trying to go to New York because New York was popping back then. Bump trying to go to New York to have our records played. Let's just do it in our own neighborhood. Let's just sell CDs out the trunk of our car. Let's
Yep.
have our own concert performances, and let's just have our own house party. And they actually grew the Houston sound off of doing that, bro. Do you feel like Jacksonville has gotten to that level as of yet, or do you think we got some room to go?
Oh, it's plenty. I think this is just the genesis. You know what I'm saying? I may not even be around to see, what the results of a lot of the stuff that's going to happen on what we're doing now. You know what I mean? I'm totally fine with that, but I think it's just going to take a couple of us. You know what I'm saying? To just be authentic artists. You know what I'm saying? Like I want when people from Jacksonville hear my music, yeah, you can get caught up with the sound. You may love the sound. You can love whatever you love about it, but it's those Jacksonville references that's in that music. It's to give you something to be proud of. And it's not like whack. It's not lame. It's not, hey, Duval, I'm from Duval. And it's like, nah, I'm naming like spots. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a Jenkins bar, you like in my last shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to say stuff that pertains to the city, like to give the listeners some pride. Like, yeah, this is a dope ass nigga that can. This is a dope ass rapper, and this nigga rapping about shit I identify with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rapping about Birkins and jury and this bullshit. Like I'm rapping about this rock and roll on Dunn Ave. You know what I'm saying? Where I made my first play, and it's just so nostalgic to me. I'm rapping about Northwood Apartments, North Lake Apartments. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the hardest times in my life, having to walk up and down these areas and make a play and having a kid. It's just something that I know my city, and the people who go through the same shit. You think I'm the first nigga to do this shit in Jacksonville? No. Like we all have similar experiences, and I just learned how to put it on paper and give the listeners something to be proud about. Cause who else gonna do it? Hove not gonna do it. He ain't from here. Who's gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's going to be that guy that, like, no, this is Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? This is the real Jacksonville. So, but anyway, and I'm so sorry if I'm not answering the questions directly. Like, I'm a, like I said, I talk in ADHD, ADD, ADHD, whatever. That's how I speak. So, my apologies, brother.
Man, hey man, you giving people, like I said, the real references, man. And you brought up a point about being authentically you, in a sense. That's what I got out of it, just be authentically you, share your story, and people gonna resonate with it because you in the city. What's your thoughts on like being authentic in the booth versus like a person who wants to make music because it's gonna turn the club up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's really not my lifestyle. I got a whole wife, girl at home. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know nothing about throwing racks in the club. But you know what I'm saying? It sounds good on track. You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on people who kind of like, have a facade, but you know what I'm saying? Or should they just keep it real? Like, you a nerd. At 5 o'clock you about to play Call of Duty. Rap about that. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I think it's all expression. I have no issue with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to look at rap like wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to look at it like that. Yeah, you can be Stone Cold Steve Austin in the ring, but also Stone Cold be at the house chilling with his cats. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a duality thing to where we have to understand this is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm giving you some reality raps, if it's not entertaining you or if you're not feeling something from it, you're gonna turn it off. Yeah, I could get on the record and just bitch and complain about my problems and call that pain music, but what is it doing for you? Is it making you feel? You know what I'm saying? And even if it is making you feel, how is it making you feel? Because if it's making you feel even more depressed, that wasn't my intention, you know what I'm saying, to do that. So I appreciate all forms. I appreciate my one of my favorite genres is rock, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate when these young cats get out there and they express themselves in different ways. When I go to the gym, I'm not listening to Nas. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to old Murder 5 Like I'm listening to some drill shit. I'm listening to club shit. You know what I'm saying? It's every place has this has its setting. When I'm getting in the car riding, that's another different set of music I'm listening to. If I'm at the house just cleaning, I might have, soul music on. I've had some shit from the 50s on playing. You know what I mean? And somebody has to create that. So if you have the spirit, if it's in you to create that, I say fuck it, go for it. You know what I mean? Like this is we if you're a creative, you're a creative. You know what I mean? Like I think we have to still understand, like, okay, yeah, I create rap music, but I've written country records. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not in the country genre. I've written R&B records. I'm not a lover boy. I've written love records. You know what I'm saying? Like I write these records from the just accumulation of me looking at how people live their love lives, me reading comments, me it's like I'm taking all these things in and I'm creating something for you. Even if I haven't lived that. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking on just like if I'm making a love record. Like yeah, I've never done this for Valentine's Day, but here's a Valentine's Day song because my cousin does this every year, and I seen my mom do this. So let me just take all these experiences that I've seen and create and be an entertainer. So I have no issue with whatever niggas is creating, like long as it's good. Make it sound good, and even if it don't sound good to me, it sound good to somebody. You feel me? So
Let's talk about that real quick because I like how you said even if it don't sound good to me, it sound good to somebody. Let me know from a personal like be. I want you to keep it a buck. You've been keeping it a buck with me from since I first met you, bro. What's your thoughts on if your homie play a bad song, bro, and you like in your head like it sonically does not sound good? I'm talking about the homie, bro. Like the homie pull up on you, hey Freddie Bricks, I just dropped this fire, bro, and then you turn it on.
uh,
That bit sound like it just got recorded in a
it ain't
toaster,
it.
bro. Dog, bro, what's your?
So
How do
you
you
mean
do it
the
though?
actual
How do you do it,
quality
bro?
of the record or the
Bro, the
goodness of the
quality,
song?
dog, like the quality. How about let's go quality and let's go subject matter. Let like because it may be a different point. Go quality first. Talk about if the quality sounds bad, and then talk about if the subject matter like the bro get on that bit just. I had Scooby Doo with the snacks in a backpack. You know what I'm saying? Like just kind of like what's your how do you handle that situation?
Well, I do a little. When I say a little, I mean a little engineering, just a very little. And I've been producing my whole life. So as far as quality is concerned, I can hear a record that, say, if you record it in a bad mic or if it's just not arranged well, I know how to arrange. So when I listen to a record, I can hear it at its max, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Even if it sounds bad, I know what keys to press to make this sound good. You know what I'm saying? But just not to get off topic, but I was watching some funny shit. The balloon pop shows, and this guy and girl was going at it, and they was arguing, and the dude was like, "I can't do nothing to get taller, but you can do something to lose weight." You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I know that's an extreme example, but that's what when it comes to music, I don't really if you're the type of listener that's listening to a product and you can't hear it clearly because maybe the mic is bad or it's mixed wrong, like then maybe you're just a fan or listener of music, but there's no engineer or no producer that I don't respect. Let me that's a strong word. I,
It's a tough one
you
for
can
you, boy.
record that bitch on your You can record that bitch on your headphones. I will understand what you're trying to do if it's good. That's what I'm saying. Like I can hear like what you're trying to do, and I'm like, oh, this could sound. Yeah, let's fix this. Let's record this. You know what I'm saying? Like I know how to fix those things. Now, the other thing you said, as far as like the subject matter and the actual song. You know what? I'm very careful with that because it's some shit before I've heard that I thought was like this shit is trash, and then years later, a whole generation, has bitten off of the sound. Like I didn't understand Yeezus when it first dropped, and I always have a lot of young creators in my studio, like young, from 19 to 21, young, and they were very influenced by that album. And I just had no idea. I'm like, oh, y'all were influenced. So I go back and listen to Yeezus, and I'm like, oh, I hear it now. All of you young niggas that come through the studio, yeah, y'all are imitations of this Yeezus album, but I didn't get it in real time. So I'm very careful, even if I don't understand what somebody's trying to do. I'm a producer, bro. So like I'm not just gonna shit on your work or shit on what you're trying to do. If you got the drive, if you got the creativity, if you got the want to do this shit, we can make some shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Now if you just want me to tell you if you whack of the shit good and I can do that. But I'm a creator, bro. I just feel like I can make anything sound good. And that's me being I don't wherever it comes off, that's just how I feel. I feel like I can make anything sound good. So my brain doesn't work like that when I hear something and say, "Oh, this is whack." I'm like, "Nigga, do you want to make this sound good?" You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I look at shit. I can't look at shit and be like, "Hey, this is whack." I'm like, "Nigga, if you let me do this, we can make this shit fire." So what you want to
Hey
do?
man, you better than me, dog. I ain't gonna cap, bro, cause we definitely do some song listenings in here, and I be have to tell people, bro, that hey, this ain't it, dog. I be have to tell people, bro,
You
this ain't
should
it, dog.
though. You should though. Like we need. Like I appreciate people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to understand too. Like I be needing people like that around. I got a homeboy around that if I need somebody just to say what it is, like he will do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I just be too caring with shit sometimes. But you need a motherfucker to be like, yo, this shit is trash, my nigga. Like, no, this is not it. This ain't gonna work. You know.
Bro, you funny, bro. Let me let you know. So this is how I look at music right now because I used to make music a little bit back in the days, right? And like I used to rap, you know what I'm saying, back in the days, right? But I have matured enough to know that, bro, I'm not about to be no rapper, bro. And I say that because like I have muscle problems. I'm not about to be performing on no stage. I'm not about to be doing all that, bro. Let me sit back and actually become a curator. So like I didn't know curation was a thing until like last year. You feel me? So like I didn't know, the person who curates playlists, they pretty much get as almost as, as much respect as the person making the music. I'm not saying we up to that level, but like, people who have them certified playlists, people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Artists be wanting to be on those certified playlists. You feel what I'm saying? So like,
Uh,
like we do kind of get held at a high regard. I'm saying all this to say, bro, this is what I learned how I look at music now versus back then. And now I look at music like, okay, number one, does it have replay value? You heard what I said about that Fent Roof.
yeah.
That bit was spinning. You talk about spinning, boy. You would have thought I had that bit in a washing machine, boy. That bit was spinning, bruh. Like, does it have replay value? Can I play it back about 4 or 5 times? Okay, that's the first thing I look for. Number two,
Got this.
can I play this around my girl? Like, can I play this around moms? Can I play this around other people? Y'all gotta realize, bro. Like, we in a generation where, like, bro, you're all this game banging music, bro. Like, some of these girls don't want to hear that, dog. And women gonna be the one who support you the most. Your homies, some dudes, I ain't gonna count, bro. They don't care about you because they trying to do the same thing you doing. What you mean, bro? I'm not about to buy your album. Like,
And
it's
can I
really
say
humble.
something about
Okay,
that?
okay.
I would like to say something
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
please do, please do.
I want to, especially for artists that are coming up, I want y'all to get this out of the way right now. A lot of y'all feel a way when your friends and family don't support what you're doing. And as somebody who's been in this game for a second, man, that you don't even want that support. Trust me, you don't want your friends and families to be your like number one supporters. These are people who are tied to you anyway. It's almost a bonus. I know if I get out there and I amass 200 to 500 fans, guess what? I got 200 people in Duval that I've ran across in my lifetime that are ready to support me at any given time. So I'm not going to just reach out to those people all the time and just, hey, make sure you're liking this, make sure you're commenting on this, make sure you. No, I want people who are going to experience Freddie Bricks like you. You know me as Freddie Bricks. You didn't grow up with me. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you don't even know what my favorite music is to listen to. You heard a freestyle of mine that said, you know what? I want to invest in this artist because I like this. So when you develop that, when you start to have those type of fans, then you know, I hate using the word fans. When you have those type of supporters, you kind of know what they want from you. You know what I'm saying? And they want you from you. You feel me? Like they actually want you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you trying to cater it up and shape it up a certain way for your friends, family, or whoever the fuck these people are, no, you need to go out and find your audience one by one. And a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. A lot of y'all don't want to hear, like, man, I may just have to find one supporter every single day. If I do all of this work just to come out with one new person listening to my music every single day, I've added 30 people, 30, 31 days in my, I've added 30 people, you know what I'm saying, to the 500 people I already have. So when I put this next album on sale for $20, you know what I'm saying, this 150 times 20, you do the math. I'm gonna drop 4 albums this year. You know what I'm saying? That now this time I got 300. I just seen Raheem Devine. He sold 300 albums on Even, and came out with 15 racks. You know what I'm saying? These are realistic numbers. Like 300 people, that's a realistic number. And I want artists, I want us to approach this thing different. Your friends, family, people, your homies, that's your personal life. Leave that shit. If they want to support you, cool. They can. But man, don't be judging them people because they got their own listening patterns. They got their own lives. They got their own shit going on. If they gravitate to your shit, cool. They do. You know, and I know you interviewing, but another thing, nah, I'll say that. I'll
Wait, the
say
other
that.
thing,
But
you want to say it? That's it because you got to say it, bro. You got to say it because I don't want you to forget it, bro. You on a roll, dog. Keep going, keep going.
no, man, that's my bigger point. That's
Okay,
just my
okay,
bigger
I
point.
like that. Okay, I'm gonna piggyback then. I'm gonna piggyback, bro. You did math, dog, and you did something that nobody does when I speak with them. I ain't gonna say nobody because you just did it, bro. So I ain't give enough people a chance to do it, bro. You gave realistic math numbers, bro. So like, think about this,
Mhm,
y'all, and this is for the audience at this point, bro. And I'm just gonna say this because I never had somebody do that as of yet until you just did it. You said
mhm,
$20, right? Which is a realistic
mhm.
number. Did I not just say I sold Young DJ's album for $20, right?
Yeah,
Realistic number.
really.
Somebody bought it. Realistic. Chipotle costs $20. You know what I'm saying? They still
Yeah.
be having the Chipotle stains on their shirt. So I know you could buy it. You know what I'm saying? All right. $20. Now, let's say, for example, right? This is just the average artist who know they just dropped some fire stuff, right? You got like say you got 1,000 fans or followers on IG. Bro,
Mhm.
even if you get, bro, one person out of that 1,000 to buy your album each day, bro, if you just kind of like try to like master, hey man, I'm gonna try to get one person to buy it each day, like that's like I don't know, bro. It's just like for me, that's like, and you said dropping 4 albums, bro. Like you're actually being strategic with it, bro. It's like, oh, that makes sense. It's like, bro, you can actually start calculating, like, hey, this is possible. Wait a minute.
Mhm.
Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? If I could really try to get, even if I get 10 people to buy 20, spend $20 on my album, dog. That's
Yeah.
is that $200?
Yeah. 200.
Oh, that's two
You know,
hundred
like,
dollars.
yeah. To make that through streams, you have to do so much, and you have to train your audience. That's the reason I had went to Even, because I didn't train my audience. When I first started dropping albums, I dropped it straight on streaming platforms. So if I'm already paying Apple $10 a month, I'm not. It's just not in my thought. Even if I support this artist, it's not in my thought process to like, hey, let me go at least pay $5, $10 for the album. You know what I'm saying? And I love putting the album. I'm gonna put all my mixtapes at $5. But you can pay whatever you want. Like shout out to Steph Love from my Higher Learning. He paid $50 for the album. You know what I'm saying? So we just saying if you put it on sale for 20 and everybody buys it for 20, you're gonna have some of these people to where it's like, man, I'm finna throw you 250 for the album because you an investment. Like I'm looking at you like a stock. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the way your music sounds. I love the way you drop. Here go 250. You know what I'm saying? Because I know this is going to support your journey and what you on. Your support. It's people that always wanted to support me like that, but I didn't train the audience in a way to do that. So I knew I had to move my music to another platform and release it on there before I put it on streaming. Because the people that really want to listen to my album are gonna buy it, and that's exactly what happened. Like some people kind of waited; they was waiting like a week, but then when you start hearing snippets and you start seeing things, and it's just like, oh nah, fuck that. What is $5? Oh, let me. And you slowly start training your audience to invest in your product. You know what I'm saying? While still telling them like, hey, this will be on streaming. So I'm not forcing you to buy anything. I'm not. I want people to where it's like, you finna put this tithe and offering in this motherfucker because it's in your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like this not an obligation. It's gonna be free. If you just want to hear me for free, trust me, it'll be on there for free. You can go hear it for free. But I'm looking for that audience. I'm looking for that audience who's going to invest, and I'm going to invest back into them.
Can I mention something, bro? Who really put me on a even different path, bro? How I say even different path, like even anyway, because this was referring to the point about even, bro. Shad Will, bro. He's the pioneer of this, bro. And I'm saying the pioneer because I watch Instagram a lot, bro. I be on Instagram like more than I should be. I don't got a job right now. You feel me? This is my job. I sell music, okay? The point is, I seen Shad Will on Instagram, bro. He was like, "Hey, yo, Distro Kid is tripping right now. Hey man, you want to get the single? I send it to you directly, bro. $1, $2, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, bro. However you want to spend it, bro. I'll send it to you. Email, text message. Bro, I seen that on his story, bro. I instantly, hey man, send me that single. Sent him the $2. He sent it to me. I'm like, oh snap. That's what type of generation we in. Bro, you
Yeah,
theoretically you technically don't need a physical CD no more. Like, I mean, I like the physical CD. I like because I was just on that CD wave. I'm like, oh snap, CDs are coming back in. I'm up here telling everybody, hey y'all, get your CDs. You know what I'm saying? This was before J. Cole. If you look at my Instagram, I have the highlights. On my highlights, I got CDs for sale. That's one of my highlights on Instagram. This was before J. Cole
yeah,
even did the CDs, bro. Cause I've been seeing a trend. You know what I'm saying? Because of Sean Will, John West, I'm just saying them because this is what I see on Instagram, right? And I was like,
yeah,
oh snap. Even without the CDs, bro, you could sell your single. You hear me? A dollar,
yeah. You
two
can do
dollars.
it for
That's
free.
bro, that's $2 more than you had yesterday. You feel me? You gotta have that hustle though. I think that's going over some people's head though, for sure.
And I think it's the investment more than anything. You know what I'm saying? It's
For
the
sure.
because obviously it's worth more than a dollar, but it's
For
us
sure.
saying like, hey, I was gonna put this out for free anyway, but this is just a gauge to show me like people who really want to support you and really, want to buy your shit, they're gonna pay for it. Like I told Shard, I can't wait till he get his even account up and put Diamond Water Paradox on there because I want to buy that shit all over again. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of my favorite albums. You feel me? So that and not even just it could be whatever platform. You can have your own website and do it. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm really finna invest in and try to do before the summer. But yeah, Shad Will, that's my guy. That's definitely a top tier artist and hustler. You know what I'm saying? Like he does everything in my opinion as far as just hustling his brand just the right way. You know what I'm saying? I be wishing I had half of that. You know what I'm saying? Just the hustle he has to kind of just be outside and move the shit. I seen he was freestyling on the back of a truck, or not the back of a truck, but he had the shit outside on Bay
Yeah,
Street
yes,
out
sir.
there. You know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? And I just
Yeah.
thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna find more of his audience that way. You know what I'm saying? So us as a community, I think it's important as us as community. It's a couple of us who I just think pins are like that important. If we all get on the same page, that's why I say even, just because I know that's it has its own player on there. So if you download the app, like I could just buy all y'all albums. And we literally can develop our own little Houston down here. And it's like, hey, we're going to use this platform to play Duval music. You know what I'm saying? So if you drop your album on that and you from Jacksonville, I'm gonna buy it regardless. Whether I listen to it or not, I'm buying the shit just to have it on my player.
Nah, that's huge, man. You gotta definitely off this interview, man. I would love to tap in with you on that. You don't gotta be today, but just kind of get more in depth with that because I don't know about that, but I would love to be a bricklayer in that as well, bro. An investor, a person who's early on. I just heard what you said, and I seen the vision, bro. As you were saying it, I seen the vision. So I just want to let you know, on camera, off camera, bro. I would love to be a part of that in some form of way, bro. Whether it's me just sharing it, whether it's me, like you said, buying the album, you know what I'm saying, on the player, however you want to
Oh,
slice it. That's a genius idea, by the way.
for sure, we'll definitely chop it up, man. It's gonna take everybody, you know what I'm saying, for a little bit. You feel me? Like that's what I be wanting the underground to understand. It takes everybody just for a little step forward. You know what I mean?
Before we go, dog, because I ain't gonna hold you too long, bro. I don't want this to be our last interview, bro. I want to make sure we could kind of like stay in contact. You know, even if we do like once every 3 weeks, you know what I'm saying, another conversation, or just like once every full moon. I'll be down with that, bro. I just don't want this to be our like only, you know what I'm saying, interview or conversation, if that makes sense, bro. But I'm definitely gonna
For
ask you like
sure.
two, three more questions, if that's okay.
For sure. Go ahead, shoot.
All right. So you mentioned that you kind of like, oh man, that Shaw will approach that live performance approach. Do you perform live? I wanted to ask you that. Do you perform live at all?
Not I haven't performed in Jacksonville in years. Cause the thing is, bro, like I've been rapping since I was like 13, 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of performing in my 20s. And I think when I came out the second time around, I really just wasn't focused on the performing because when I used to do music, we used to print it up on CDs. We used to really have to go hustle the music. You know what I'm saying? It's a fun fact. I actually opened up for Yolanda Adams at one point in my life.
Yo, shouts out to Yolanda Adams.
Oh, that's hilarious. But anyway, no, I'm actually just about to get back into performing this year because it's a way I want to perform. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my young nigga Low, and it's a couple other cats who are performing artists. You know what I'm saying? Sauce Walker made a great point. He was like, "Well, people, when you look at somebody like Sauce Walker, he's not a performing artist; he's a streaming artist." So I think when I came back out, I was a producer. I'm way more a producer at heart than a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So I never went all in on rapping. I was like, I'm not finna be on a performing a bunch of lineups unless it's worth it, unless I can shape it the way I want to shape it. And I always knew it to be valuable. That's really a big reason why I just never perform. I wanted to make myself so valuable in that way to where it's like when I do start performing, it really means something. You know what I'm saying? It's just not like a showcase or and no diss to nobody who's ever done. I've done them. I've done hundreds of them. I put my work in at showcases. Trust me. I've been on chitlin circuits for Universal Records. You know what I'm saying? Off a record I had when I was 19 years old. In Atlanta, performing this shit in front of in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Opening up for niggas like JT Money and a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been around a little bit. So I'm about to start back performing, but the way I envision it, it'll be like a Tiny Desk S type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Just me putting the DJ, shout out my DJ OG Greg. Just me putting the DJ up there playing the beats and rapping. I'm not doing that. I'm
Yes,
like,
sir.
I gotta cultivate the show how I want it, how I want it to be seen, how I want it to be heard. And, you know, um, as you can see, I just don't. Our Pete told me something that gave me perspective. We was chatting maybe a week ago, and he was like, "Man, one thing I appreciate about you, bro, is you don't let people control your image. You don't let people show you any type of way. You don't even let people take pictures of you. You know what I'm saying?" And with me, I've just always been that type of artist, but I had to really think about like, damn, that has really worked out for me because I don't. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. So I even told you before the interview, like I don't usually show my face in some of these interviews because I want when I want people to think of Freddie Bricks, I want them to hear a sound. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to think of antics. I don't want you to think of me saying or doing dumb shit. I don't want you to think about none of that. When you hear Freddie Bricks, I want you to instantly hear Fent Rue. I want you to instantly see an album cover. I want you to instantly hear and see the art. You know, the art is always gonna come first. So but performing, yeah, I'll be performing this year. Actually, Deontay, Kyle, you know, they reached out, and I'm not sure if the performance there is going to happen or not because they are trying to configure if performances are. This is a new tour that they own. You know what I'm saying? So I'm confident that it probably won't, which I'm cool with. Like I'm not tripping. Matter of fact, the shit is even if I do have a chance to perform. I'm going to let Low perform. He's that's my my brother from the Ghetto Nomads album. So yeah, that's pretty much my stand. I'll be performing soon though, man. It's a high demand, which I'm appreciative of, and I'm gonna make sure it's done right. Like I'm gonna make sure when I do it, like it's a spectacle, man. And it's soon. This shit is coming soon, like in a month or two soon, type shit.
Let me ask you this then. So when you're bringing up, like, I could just imagine, bro. In my head, bro, I was like, this dude probably has a nice house. Like, he probably like actually like puts the couch a certain type of way. You probably got like a flower. You probably got a vase in your house. You know what I'm saying? I was like, cause you see,
Oh, you talking
like
about me?
nah, you sound real decorative. You sound like you real deal decorate. You know what I'm saying? That was like,
Okay,
hey.
well, I actually have like so my house is actually in Georgia.
Okay.
So I have like a pretty decent sized house up there. Down here, which I say I'm from Jacksonville. I'm from here. I just honestly have my apartment down here that I turned into my studio, which is what I really need. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a
Okay.
real creative. I mean, I can turn the camera on right quick and show you the wall. Well,
Yeah, it don't gotta be your face, bro. It could be the setup, dog. It don't gotta be your face. We're gonna keep that a mystery, dog. Wait, I'm gonna turn my cameras off. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the cameras off so they can't see, just in case it's a blooper. I got my cameras off on Facebook Live, so they can't see anything, but I can see. And then you know what I'm saying? Because I'm actually
all right,
interested now. You know, pique my interest.
let me see,
All
man.
right, all right, all right.
I'll flip this joint around.
Okay, okay. I'm getting some real deal exclusives, y'all.
Come on,
You
is
know what I'm
this?
saying? Nah, this the real
Oh,
deal
okay.
exclusive. Okay. That boy got a PlayStation 5. Okay. Big Dog Train. Okay. Are
But
those
this,
real
oh,
apples?
shit.
Wait a
We got
minute.
we got the double TV.
Jeez. Okay, let me show. Can I show them this? Can I show them? This is
Yeah,
lit, dog.
yeah.
All right, all right, all right. All right. That boy got the executive chair. That boy, what is that an MPC?
It's
I
just
only know about it. Is it NPC or MPC? Is I'm saying it right?
MPC. Yeah, we got the
Okay.
MPC,
I know a little bit about music. Okay.
the ATL in joint. And I
Sheesh.
thought,
They go
it
Steve.
rest,
I
man.
know. Yes, sir.
Small shit. I like, got my little African
Dog.
head
I
joints.
knew it, bro. I knew it. I'm like, you the type of person that real deal. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Dog,
Go
that's
on this
what's up.
side.
Oh
Oh,
man. Dog, that is so
shout out,
dope, bro. Yes,
shout out,
sir.
Sade. But yeah, man, that's
Wow.
just simple
And
shit.
is this a studio apartment?
Nah, nah, it's a one.
Okay, damn, bro, that's so nice, dog. I
Yeah, it's
bet
a
people be
one.
wanting to come up to your crib. I bet they be like, man, let
Going
me
on
come
in
to your
here?
crib. Hey, what's good, dog? We in the interview, big dog. But let me know, Hovac, man. We gonna get right with you, big dog, for sure. Are you got music or
Oh,
you?
my fault.
No, no, you good, you good. We just we about to wrap up the interview right now, actually, though. But
Say that.
yeah, man, yeah, you on Facebook Live, man. Give a shout out, let the world know who you is, man.
It
Before we
was
get off.
good. My name Hovik. I'm a self-produced artist from Brooklyn. You should definitely
Hey,
check my shit out. 20,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. I'm amazing.
turn up Brooklyn in the house, man. Drop your IG in the chat, dog, and I definitely want to touch bases with you. Okay.
Shit, bro. Fuck it.
All right, for sure.
I'll drop it in VC chat.
All right, appreciate it. All right, appreciate it. Yes, sir. Let me go ahead and wrap up this interview, big dog Freddie Bricks, man, because like this was huge, man. I just want to say thank you so much for your time, man. In this part of the interview, bro, I call it the pass the mic moment. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pass the mic to you, and basically, this is your chance to like spell out your social media handles, and also
I'll
take
say that.
about take about 2-3 minutes to this from my big dog Freddie Bricks right now. This for big dog Freddie Bricks. But Freddie Bricks, just spell out your IG, your socials, where people could find you, and just take about 2-3 minutes to tell the world, man, just something positive, or leave them off with something.
Y'all can find me everywhere. Pretty much Freddie Brick. Freddie with a Y. Brick underscore. Um, I don't do I pretty much either on Instagram or Spaces. I have a TikTok. I'm still getting social media savvy with a lot of that. But if you want to find the music, even app, especially if you want to support the music, right now, that's my number one go to. We doing some good numbers over there. I'm gonna drop 4 projects this year. We dropped one in the first quarter already. The third one will be the album. The rest of them is mixtape. So that third one, August, I'm planning on that being like one of the biggest events, hip hop events, in Jacksonville ever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm aiming for. You know what I mean? And I know I just got work to do all the way up till then. You know what I'm saying? I got some pretty big features that I'm excited about that's going to be on that album, that I don't want to say right now, but maybe we'll chat it up again. I will do more content. You know what I'm saying? And I can kind of reveal some stuff from there. But I don't know, man. I'm always looking to connect. I'm a producer as well, man. I produce some of the best rap albums in Jacksonville as well, too. Um, which all you got to do is just Google. And it'll give you a blueprint. I don't want to, get too much into it, but I don't have much, man. I don't have much. I appreciate, what I'm saying, the time and your energy and your care. Like, I wouldn't have did it, you know what I'm saying, if I didn't feel like, you had care for the sport, you know what I'm saying, of just hip hop and creativity, period. You know what I mean? So it's man, and this is me. This is not like a bragging thing. I could be arrogant when I want to be. That shit like that don't matter to me. But I've been reviewed by the East Coast, the West Coast, stellar reviews. It's all online. You can Google, you can see all of that stuff. But I haven't had a lot of opportunity, even from my own city. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get a lot of calls. I've been on the radio in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been on the radio in Atlanta. I've been on the radio in Houston. I've never been on the radio in Jacksonville. I'm here. I live here. You know what I'm saying? I'm 5 generations deep from here. And you've never seen me on a podcast. You know what I'm saying? But they will put you will see people. It's a lot of political shit going on, and it's a reason you won't see somebody like Freddie Bricks, because I can't be controlled, I can't be contained. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going with no narratives, none of that shit. You get the real deal, and sometimes people only want to deal with you if they can control you. You know what I'm saying? But once you put a nigga like me in the room, you can't control what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? That's a scary thing to do. So if you got all the connects and you bring a nigga like me around, them connects gonna see me and they gonna and that's scary for some people, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But we coming anyway. Pause. Like, we on the way with this shit. It's 28 shit. Like you feel the energy. You know what I'm saying? You feel the energy. Shout out to Deontay Kyle and Grits and Eggs, them for showing so much love. Like I said, bro, like I've been reviewed by some of the biggest hip hop podcasts in the world. Like it's only a matter of time before I'm gonna be on Joe Budden. And like I said, you are the first person, one of the first people to just reach out and be like, hey, let's do an interview. And I wouldn't do them anyway. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just bitching and complaining for nothing because I'm gonna turn them down anyway. But I fuck with your energy. I think this is very authentic. You know what I'm saying? I think this is something that you can grow into and be. It's not a lot of people paying attention to I've been saying Shad Will should have been on somebody interview, or somebody should be document what he doing for years now. And they just won't. They're gonna put a bunch of lame ass shit in our face and want us to buy that. But that shit is over with. It's people like you that's gonna help us push this shit over the top. I just want to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? So
Thank
you
you.
just keep doing what you doing. Keep finding them artists that's you know the real, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You already know. Like your ears not gonna lie. If you didn't like the product, you wouldn't like the product. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes, sir.
it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you like the shit, you acknowledge you like the shit. You find the person who did the shit. You conduct the interview. You push the culture forward. We don't have enough of that in Jacksonville. So I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, that's real, man. And with that being said, dude, thank you, dog. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the live stream on Facebook, but I'm still recording on this other device because I just want to say this. I stopped the live stream on Facebook, so thank you so much for that, man. Wonderful interview, by the way. Stellar interview, dog. Bro, I can't wait to download it and send it to you, dog. I'm gonna do the reels and stuff like that and all that good stuff. But bro, one thing you said that like resonated with me, bro, is that the fact that I'm actually in the trenches, bro. I'm trying to hear that real music now. I'm like legit in the trenches, bro. Crazy part about it, and I know you seen the Facebook, the Instagram story. Like there was this girl, bro. Her name is Dotamy, and like I heard her
Uh-huh.
one time, bro. I'm from Jacksonville, dog. She from New York, bro. I heard her one time. I'm like, yeah, you a star. I put it on my Instagram. I made a whole cover, bro. These are the people who I feel like going to blow this year, bro. She ended up signing to
Yeah.
Empire. You feel what I'm saying? This year.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I put that bit
All right.
in 2025, dog, and she ended up signing to Empire. You're like, it's like,
All
so
right.
when you say that, dog, it's just like, bro, I get where you're coming from, dog, and I gotta stand on that. Like, yeah, dog, like I'm thankful, thankful to God, bro, that I do gotta like ear for music, bro. Like I really do, bro. Like, and
Sure.
I'm gonna tell a person like, hey, this is not playlist ready because iron sharpens iron. I don't even think I made my third point. You remember I was like, what I look for when it comes to music. Number one, is it play? Is it Can I is it replay? Does it have replay value? Number two, can I play
Mhm.
this around mom? Can I play this around my girl? And number three, number three, I never got to it, but is it playlist ready?
Yeah.
Like, can I put your song on a playlist? Like, sometimes these people be putting out the music, bro. It's not playlist ready, bro. Let's keep it a buck, bro. Like, and you can't say band loud, dog. I done heard some raw behind music on band loud, bro. Like, y'all gotta stop with the excuses, bro. Like, I done had a dude 18 years old like recorded on his Xbox headphones controller, and that bit sound like it was studio mixed and mastered. So all this, oh, I don't have this, I don't have. You got excuses, bro. That's all that is. That's an excuse, bro. You not real, because if you really wanted it, you will find somebody to help you mix and master. You will find somebody to make this sound better, bro. Like if you really wanted
For
it.
sure.
So I'm just gonna end off with that, dog. If you really want to like solidify yourself in this music industry and you really want to have a return on your investment, that means make money from it. It's okay to make music for yourself, but are you paying yourself? You got to think. People are the ones who pay you. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing business, that's people involved. I understand everybody don't know how to talk to people. I understand that. That's why you hire a marketer. That's why you hire a PR person. That's why because like they're gonna speak for you. But when you have that music, make sure number one, it has that replay value. Number two, you can play it around your girl, you can play it around your mom, you can play it around a multitude of people, not just your homies in the hood. And number three, is it playlist ready? Check to make sure, like, would you put that song on your playlist, dog? Like, if you know you
Yeah.
wouldn't even put your own song on a playlist, stop trying to like have people put it on their playlist, bro. Like, don't shove it down our throat, cause this is not gonna. That's gonna make me block you. Actually, like, I'm about to block you because you keep sending me bullcrap. Like, you know what I'm saying? The first time was I listened to it, but the second time, don't keep spamming my inboxes with your music, dog. That because no, I'm done, bro. That was my little soapbox, bro. That was my little rant.
Nah, for sure, man. For sure, bro. It's definitely